Hello, you guys. Welcome in. As always, I am getting started and I have my phone in hand to get us logged in on Instagram. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. Yes, I have on my Mom City, my old Turner shirt, or Warner Media now. So I am joining in on, let's see, oh, there we go. Hi, you guys. Let's see, how do I add in someone? Invite forward. There we go. All right, you guys. So as I continue to try to get in on Instagram, as always, it's taking me some time. How are you guys on Instagram that are already joining me in online? Tonight is another Femme Fit event. Tonight I will have Crystal. I met Crystal during my time of certifying during COVID, mind you, for my yoga certification. Excuse me, Instagram people, but I am talking to two different cameras here, and I unfortunately don't have someone in my ear telling me which one to look at. So anyway, I met Crystal last year, actually the year before last, so that would be 2019, as an introduction into our certification. So I will be bringing her on to talk about a little bit about her journey, some of the things that she has done since the last time I've seen her during graduation, and any other golden nuggets. So you guys stay tuned in. Make sure to send us some questions in the chat. And yeah, let's bring in, up. Sorry, you guys on Instagram. Let's bring in Crystal. Hi, Crystal.
What's
hey.
up?
So I am currently on Instagram, and my Instagram is telling me over and over again I'm having a bad connection. So if you are currently on Instagram, let's see if I can get you. Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna have to go off on my live. So as always, I have issues every time I go into trying to get on Instagram.
It's cool.
And it's funny because it's like I've been doing this for over a year, and every time I'm like, why is it that Instagram has to be so difficult? So to introduce you guys to Miss Crystal, I've already told them that I met you during COVID, the beginning of COVID, like when it was really like to everybody a crisis of what was happening and going on. And this was during certification of our yoga study. So here it is, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we're gonna get certified and take this in-depth spiritual journey. It was a great time to take it, right?
It was perfect, actually.
So I brought you on today. I told you, I guess this was last year now, because I told you last year of my desire of doing something like this and wanting to have you on. And bringing my own vision into fruition. Here you are. So I am humbled and grateful, honored for your presence. I really am.
I'm excited to be here. This is good. To me, it's like, it's a year later, almost
a year later.
Start, a little bit over a year later. And to me, it feels good that we still doing our yoga off the mat and on the mat, and we're connected. We haven't, disconnected. So thank you for having me. Thank you for using your platform to let me run my mouth. I appreciate it.
Your mouth. Isn't that Southern to say? Run my mouth.
I'm Southern. I like to, whenever I speak, I just like to Well,
Let her roll off
I'm
the
an English
tongue.
teacher too, so I like to speak in the African American dialect and be as comfortable as possible because I'm working, but this is my off time. So this is Crystal. You get Crystal.
You get Crystal. So let's talk about a little bit about Crystal. You've already told that you are an English teacher. That's just one of your gifts. Okay, I'm trying to go live again, so I'm going to try to do this live again.
Okay.
I really don't know what I'm doing here. I had somebody ask me the other day, like, how do I? I'm going to try to keep talking. You are a teacher, an English teacher. Now, I've noticed that you don't just teach English; you also write. You're a poet. You post some of that poetry. You journal. So I'm guessing not only do you do poetry, you probably have some short stories written down out through there.
Yeah, I have some stories. I think more than anything, I would say you probably would call them just like essays, just me kind of pouring out my thoughts. And sometimes they turn into a story, sometimes it turns into a poem, sometimes it's prose. It just kind of depends. But I just love to write.
You love to write. And on top of that, I can't do this. As you can see, I'm at home.
It's all good. We all, yeah.
I am at home.
Surprised my baby is quiet. So usually, as soon as I start talking,
yeah, that's when your baby starts. So you got your baby during the start or like the middle of COVID.
It was probably like, when did I get Sadie? Around June, sometime in there. So
okay.
It was when we were quarantined, still quarantined.
Okay, I think I'm thinking I saying checking connection now on Instagram. Okay. So how old is your baby now?
Sadie, she has to be about 7 months now.
Okay. Okay. I cannot find you. It says no users available. So are you online right now on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram.
Now let me pause again. Okay, so if you're on Instagram, why won't it let me? It says no users are available right now.
Do I need to do something special?
So are you following? Okay, so if you're not following me, as we spill the tea live, are you following me, darling? So I have a few different pages. I know you're on Zallet Fitness. So for you all, Zallet Fitness is my fitness, dance, movement, classes, privates, workshops, all of that. And I'm doing this with Queen Conversations as a platform to, as Crystal stated, to give others a do you see me? Are you online? I see you. Okay. So now let's see if I can add you in here. Oh, look at you. So I just sent a request to you. And hopefully it won't give too much of a that's what I was afraid of.
Well, I'm gonna turn my phone down.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Okay. Phone.
Right. So I put this platform together, like I said, to give others, such as Crystal, a platform to speak about their gifts, their classes that they give, to give the opportunity to show. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna push that a little bit further. Hey y'all seeing me from a different angle here. Oh, I guess I don't want to see that angle.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to get my phone set up right, but
right. I don't want to. If it's a bit further, then it doesn't sound so much of a reverb, at least on my end. So I will try to keep doing this left and right so I can speak to everybody. Hey, Miss Tish, how you doing? The audio is off. So the audio is down, darling. We're speaking on a couple of different platforms tonight. So we're on Instagram on one side. That's why I'm looking this way. And I'm also looking this way because we're on Facebook as well as YouTube over here. So It's a lot going on. But thank you for joining in. Oh yeah, the echo. So the echo is because we're on two different systems. Um, but please stay tuned in, okay? Catch us on YouTube. So I'm on. I don't know if you see them talking to us on Instagram, Crystal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
you have
okay.
both everything muted except for one platform.
Well, no. We're not muted. She's saying she's hearing the echo. So on Instagram, you're going to hear the echo because we have both playing at the same time. So they're hearing the echo through either my phone or through your phone. It's not much we can do about that.
Okay.
Hey, this is live, you guys. This is like going through the growing pains of how to put on a live show, and you don't have a team.
Yeah.
To kind of go through what works and what doesn't work, you figure it out as you are live and in person, and you got to just keep going. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So as I was saying, you write, you're a poet. Some of the other things that you do, you paint. And I saw that you also put some of your flowers, and I'm speaking so fast about so many pieces and parts of you. So her flowers, you guys, she is a candle maker. If you all have been paying attention to the Facebook post and the Instagram post, I posted a nice little commercial last week or maybe the week before last that has a few pieces of her candles. And she has some live flowers that she picks herself, dries them herself. I actually reposted one of your videos just today. You've taken time to let the petals out.
Yeah.
To me, that's just, it's anytime you're taking time to do your craft and show it, that's just amazing and beautiful to me. How did you get into making candles?
I got into making candles. It's actually funny because, like, while we were in teacher training, okay, I just got a message saying like, oh, it's okay. I guess, can they hear it on one side because
so it's the echo.
Yeah, it said like between the music and the echo.
So I can turn the music on. The music is like. So that's music.
Yeah, so maybe, yeah, or maybe
so you cut the music. We've cut the music, you guys. Does that help at all on you guys' side for the Instagram users? Instagram watchers, give us some feedback, you guys. I'm not hearing anything. I don't see. Are they saying anything? I just see echo. Yeah, y'all gonna keep seeing that because my phone keeps falling on Instagram. They're all in my room.
Okay, I think that's better. Even just if we take out some of the noise, it's all good.
Okay, all right.
But when we were in yoga teacher training, I had already started, trying to do my yoga, and COVID hit. So I'm like, okay, God, am I still supposed to be going out doing my yoga? What else can I do? If I can't necessarily get to people, and I just kind of like prayed.
Okay, they can hear us way better.
Okay, yay. Good. So I really was like, after I saw like how people responded to teachers not wanting to go back to work, and we went from being the heroes to kind of being like, oh no, y'all are lazy, y'all don't want to go back to work, that type of stuff. And I was just like, that and COVID made me really just rethink what I wanted to do in life, where I wanted to go, kind of like where I was putting in all of my energy, because like I'm a resource. So I'm like, okay, so all my resources are going here. What else can I do so I can get more of a return, right? And so I just prayed, and I was like, God, I don't want to go back to school. Like I'm in enough student loan.
Right. Debt. Hello, say that.
Thank you. So I was like, I got my graduate degree. I don't want to go back to school right now. So God, how can I take everything that I've learned over the years? Because my bachelor's degree is in psychology, and I started out first wanting to be a child psychiatrist. And then I moved into teaching. So like, how can I take the behavior health, the psychology, the counseling, the education, the yoga, and most importantly, my creativity and, just kind of like the gift of creativity that I want to share with people. How can I mix all of that together into this one beautiful thing? And I just have to say, since then, that was just last year, like it has slowly been evolving to where God has made it to where I'm sharing my gifts. I'm able to help people with their mental health, and I'm able to educate like I am doing tonight. So, really, after we graduated, Swami was like, I'm glad, Crystal, that you're being a light, and I'm glad that you decided to expand your light. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then not even like a week later, my sister was selling candles. Shout out to Fetish by Femme. That's my sister. Plug. But she was selling candles. Yeah. And I was like, is it hard to make candles? And she was like, I don't know. And then maybe like a couple of days later, I just woke up and went to Hobby Lobby and I made candles. And I was like, I love flowers too. Let me bring some nature in here. Like, this is going to be Crystal doing her thing, being creative, and adding in the business mindset. How can I make some money from it too? So that's kind of where it started.
That's where it started. So you guys, if y'all have not, I've already put up on Facebook and YouTube her webpage. You all can see it there. For you guys on Instagram, go to Butta Dream, Butta dreamyoga.com. Okay. I would behoove you to go ahead and put your order in, because she often puts on Facebook, back orders. They're coming. They're coming. So get your orders. And again, if you're not following me on Instagram, or as well as Crystal, go to Instagram, Butta Dream 14.
Butta Dream 14.
14 on Instagram, as well as me, Zallet Fitness. I've actually just reposted a piece of her, actually, like I said, just getting the petals ready. But she also has some imagery of how she dries some of the petals. So do you have a story about the drying of the petals? Because I don't know if you saw my little message to you that I posted in response to one of your Instagram posts. You were drying the petals in between the Bible, pages of the Bible. Do you have a story behind that? Is that something spiritually guided that you do? Of course, I'm fishing here. That's just my assumption.
Yeah. Actually, the Bible thing just kind of turned out. That was kind of like an accident. That was like a good accident. But I guess just to kind of give a little backstory with the flowers, I feel like initially when I put the flowers in, I was like, okay, they have flowers, but I want to do intention candles too. Like, intention candles are in, everybody wants that energy. And then after a while, I was like, okay, this is like too many different concepts I'm trying to play with. And I thought about, just the flowers themselves, they carry enough energy in it. Like, I don't need to add, too much stuff to what I already have going on. The flowers are enough. So with the flowers, like, I try to have my family members pick flowers. I try to, pick flowers from my neighborhood just to connect some meaning to it. And then with the Bible, using the Bible to press the flowers, it just so happens that Bible pages are really good for pressing flowers, but it's a bonus that you get the extra spiritual words. So it just, I'm telling you, everything just kind of works out. I didn't work for it to happen, but
it works for your good. It works for your good. Okay, so that was me. Of when as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Yes, Lord, bless the flowers."
I was like, bless the Bible.
Let it bring whatever she needs. Yes, I did all of that, and yes, that's just who I am. So let's get into outside of what you're selling online. What else are you doing? Are you giving classes private? Are you traveling? Are you giving classes virtually? How can we find you?
Well, actually, when COVID first started, I was doing, private sessions and doing Zoom sessions. And then I really took a break from working with other people. And I felt like I needed to reconnect with my own practice because there's so many different styles of yoga, so many different ways of doing yoga. And then I feel like I jumped into it. And mind you, I hadn't really been on social media that much for like 5 years. And then when COVID hit, it's like, jump in on social media, do yoga, and just kind of what I thought yoga was to other people. When I got on social media, I'm like, okay, people perceive yoga way different than how I perceive it. And so, I just kind of battled with that for a while. And I was like, okay, you know what? Pull back, take a break, figure out what style you want to teach and what works best for you, and kind of what boundaries you want to put out there. Because really, people were fixated with just the body, the physical part of
I
yoga.
know.
With me
Yeah.
and stuff, it just was kind of like, this, I got to figure out a way to teach people that there's more to this. And so now I feel like I'm in a good space where I have my own, relationship with yoga. I've had some months to just kind of study it alone and not hop straight out of yoga
Mhm.
teacher training, which is what worked best for me. And so now coming into the spring, I am gearing back up to do my private sessions, but I'm going to do more of the meditation, the breath work, and kind of like the, word therapy, counseling aspect. I still am going to do some asanas, some physical poses, physical yoga, but I'm going to focus mainly on the meditation and the breath work and some gentle flow yoga. So y'all just be on the lookout for that. It's coming. But if you want a private, you can hit me up anytime. Even if you try like a little, like a 15-minute or 20-minute introduction to just the foundational poses or the foundations of yoga, because I feel like a lot of times we just kind of start throwing out terms and terminology when it comes to yoga, and people are afraid to try yoga. It's like, this is going to be 50 minutes of me being embarrassed and looking stiff.
Why would you say that?
Because anytime I say, come on, you want to try yoga, people always say, oh no, I'm not flexible, I can't touch my toes. Or you say stuff, I don't know what you mean, you talking over my head. And so I think, if you want like an introduction session, you can hit me up anytime and we can schedule it. But yeah, I look for me in the spring to really get going with
Okay,
yoga.
so is there a reason that you decided to stick to meditation, gentle flows, foundational poses, rather than Ashtanga yoga, which is more of a powerful flow,
Mm-hmm.
um, or something like the some of the styles that I've seen out is like the booty yoga, booty, Butti. It has a lot of shaking. The
Yeah,
twerk yoga.
yeah.
And you're in Columbus. There's a young lady that I did the podcast a few months ago. She just went to Columbus to do a couple of twerk yoga.
Oh, I'm in Warner Robins. Warner Robins.
Warner Robins. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I knew you're down in that area, in
Mm-hmm.
the southern South Georgia area.
Mm-hmm.
So neither here nor there. Is there a reason that you decided to stir away from? And this is just my opinion. This is by no means what Crystal is saying, but in my opinion, I feel that the twerk yoga and things like that are a lot more prevalent
Mm-hmm.
and more in as far as the people of the biopic Black indigenous people, that's being pushed a lot more. So why did you decide to, like, no, I'm going to stick here in this lane?
Mainly because, when it comes to my own journey, the breath work and the meditation, I've been meditating for, well, it's probably over 10 years. And I didn't start doing, even though that's yoga, I didn't start doing the physical poses until about 4 years ago. So meditation and breath work that's always been with me. That's how I connect to the divine. That's how I feel. That's when I feel kind of like the most connected with the client when we're working on that stuff. And so it's really just, I feel the most comfortable doing that. I feel the most confident. I love doing that type of work. And I just feel like I'm going to do the best work when I'm the most comfortable. And
Right.
you, like you said, with the trap yoga and all that stuff, I'm not going to knock it. Whatever you need to
Float
do,
your boat.
yeah, whatever you need to do to connect. But with me, that's just what works best for me.
Okay, so there was another question that I had, but we got into the float your boat, and that completely. I had a
Was
brain
it
fart,
like the
you
trap
guys.
yoga, the booty yoga?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the question, because you said meditation you've been doing for over 10 years. Um, Meditation is something that I've taken a bit more in-depth study.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Simply because of my own spiritual background comes from Christianity. So my question to you is, with learning on mindfulness, which I'm sure everybody knows about nowadays as far as meditation, what we've learned in yoga, through the certification with through our certification practice, and what you've been doing for over 10 years, has your view changed? um, how do you approach it when you're bringing meditation to groups and to individuals? Can you go a little bit more in depth about that?
So as far as, has my view changed going through the teaching program, I would say my view has changed when it comes to um, knowing that even though I've been meditating for 10 years, it's like the layers never stop peeling off. And I think for a long time, I practiced by myself. And then it got to a point where, what I'm saying, I'm meditating, but something isn't right. I keep getting off track. And the
Mm-hmm.
issue was I needed a teacher. Right. I needed
Mm-hmm.
someone to guide me, someone with more experience, because as those layers come off, sometimes there's some tricky stuff that starts happening and you need someone to guide you. So I would say that's probably the biggest thing that has changed, is that I need to be a part of a community, and I need to check in with the elders, so I can make sure I have my tools and I have people there to guide me. As far as how I approach it when I'm teaching a group, I think the biggest thing I have to combat is, everyone is, saying meditate, 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 but no one really tells you how to meditate. It's like, just go meditate. And I'm at peace. And,
I'm not
we,
at peace. I'm not at peace.
right,
That's what your brain and body's telling you. Yeah.
right. And so I think the biggest thing is to try to get people to understand, when you first start, your mind is not going to be blank. And even years of meditating, most people, you can't make your mind just go blank. It's more
Right.
about being able to detach and observe, your thoughts pass through your mind. It's more about observation, not, being able to just create a clean slate. So I think once I get people to be able to understand that, at first you're training your brain. So it's going to be a little challenging at first. Your brain is going to be a little chatty, but just like with any exercise, when you keep doing it, your brain is going to, develop new pathways, and you're going to get, I hate to use the word better, but you are going to get better at quieting your mind, being able to detach from your thoughts, not chasing every thought that bubbles up to the surface. And so once I get people to understand that it's not a quick fix, what I'm saying, it's a tool and you
Ooh,
have to
just
use
a
it.
tool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
So,
one of many.
mhm. So that's the biggest hurdle I have to cross. And sometimes we cross it several times. I cross it several times, because even when I meditate, sometimes I'm just like, my brain is chatty, but we just gonna sit here. I'm gonna be okay with that. I'm gonna be okay with my brain being chatty today.
Okay, so how are you? Because you're in school. Well, are you back in school now? Because I know you went back to teaching, but are you back in school, and are your students back in school as well?
Well, my students, I'm actually out on leave right now, but
Oh, wow. Okay.
my students, they are in person.
They are in person.
Hmm.
Okay. So I do know that well, I don't know. Eventually, do you plan on going back into the school system and going back into the schools and teaching?
Yeah, I mean, I really love to teach, and I love working with students. Like, I just feel like working with kids keeps you fresh and they keep you honest, because the kids, they're not so attached to this is the right thing, this is the wrong thing. They're kind of like that. I don't know. They still kind of move with their intuition a little bit, so they keep me honest. And so, next year. I don't know what it's going to be looking like, but even if I'm not teaching in a traditional setting, I'm going to be teaching like I'm supposed to teach. I don't know if it's supposed to be in a classroom, in a traditional classroom,
You're
but
open.
yeah, I will be teaching.
I hear that. I hear that. I applaud you.
Thank
Um,
you.
so, what are your plans? You said you're going to be giving more classes coming spring, to look out for
Mhm.
that. Do you have other plans, other products outside of the candles? Are you going to be out and about in the metro Atlanta area? I know you said you're in Warner Robins.
Mhm.
Can you give us all of that?
As far as the candles, I kind of wanted to. I want to like stretch myself. So I want to get into more things with my pressed flowers. So like doing some portraits with the flowers, getting into maybe doing some stuff with resin. Like my sister, she's starting to work with resin, and maybe do like some wind chimes, just all that stuff that
Oh,
I like.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to get more creative with that. And it's not just the candles separate from the yoga. And that's why initially I didn't change my name was Butter Dream Yoga. And now I'm trying to like transition to just Butter Dream. But I really wanted people to understand that yoga, it's an 8-limb path. And it's all of this stuff that is like a spiritual guideline for how you can live your life. And so my candles, that's a part of the meditation. Me giving the gift, that's a part of yoga too. Everything that I create, I want people to understand this is holistic, and I'm trying to give you stuff that will feed all parts of you. So if you meditating, use the candle. If you're sitting on your back porch, put the wind chime up so you can relax. And so I'm masterminding it, but also like I have always been kind of shy and quiet. And
Really? What?
yeah, what's that sarcasm or what? Yeah, but I have been very quiet and shy, but now I'm just like I need to connect. And I have been connecting, like I've been doing markets here in this area. I want to do some markets in Atlanta, some pop-up, shops and stuff up there. But I also want to like create an artisan market for Black and brown people.
Let's
Um,
do it. I
yeah,
have a space. Look,
really?
we're gonna have to talk offline to come to Metro Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Why
Mhm.
not? I have a few spaces that will be more than happy for us to do something like that. I will look as I invite myself to your vision.
Come on, come on, because you know what's crazy? What I see in this area, and I know in Atlanta it's different, but I see a lot of, we have different markets here in this area that are, every weekend, every first Saturday, every second Saturday. But, what I see the African American community doing is just, pop up shop here, pop up shop there. But it
Yeah,
would be nice for us to have a market, it's something that's every month different people who
I'm
create
for it.
who sell. Yeah, they know every month I can go to this and sell. I don't have to go here and there to different pop-up shops. Like it's something in place, here for us. And even when I go to the markets, in which the markets are great, the people are friendly. I love the other vendors, but it is predominantly white at the markets. And I feel like a lot of
Wow.
African Americans are either they don't want to come to the market, they don't feel comfortable. And sometimes I feel like some vendors might not feel comfortable, coming into those spaces, which they, like I said, my experiences have been good. Y'all come on, we can mix, but I would like to create a space for us to have the market.
Well, for a lot of us, it only takes one of us to have a bad experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then once that one person says that phrase, that word, whatever it is, shows the recording of how it all went down.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that that's what's happened in Warner Robins. I've seen a lot of successful pop-up shops and vending things happen in the metro Atlanta area. Some I have taken a part in. Some of them I have been a participant in. One of them I took a part in just this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, and there were 200 and something people, either virtually or in person, that passed by, talked, and stopped by. So I do know that, but it was a lot of us there, meaning there were a lot of ethnic people that were, so the crowd was inviting and understanding. But I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If you're really for this, like, you see how I push this, and I'm your cheerleader. Like, if you all do not know, like Crystal, she will post little things on Facebook, and I'm thinking about, and I'm like, yes, do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was like, I'm thinking about a podcast. You was like, yeah, do it. And I really appreciate that because a lot of times, and I know people talk about this all the time as far as how we are and Black women, and it's always like this tension and competition. So anytime I meet a woman who's trying to support me, trying to lift me, and who you see me as a person, you're not looking at me as a competitor. You're not tearing me into little bitty pieces, looking at my rap, my makeup, my this, my that. You just see me as a whole person, and you're rooting for me. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. And we all need that. I've not always had that. So I know what it is to have somebody cheering for you, especially when you like, I'm out here kind of, I don't know if I can, if I should, if I, and you're doing it. So I appreciate you, because I know, just as a woman that's going through and have went through changes, and you do it with a smile and with grace. And you show yourself, like you're showing what you're going through and how you're continuing on. So many of us kind of get stuck and siloed off. So I'm happy that you are, like you said, diving into social media, diving into the markets, getting ready for your set of classes that you're going to be doing. Will you honor us with a little bit of yoga maybe tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, do a nice little meditation.
We might do a quick little, maybe a little 10-minute meditation. Just maybe like an introduction, because again, like I said, when you first start, we want to take some small bites. So maybe like a little 10, 15 we could do. That's cool.
10 or 15, you guys. Y'all, we're live. I always tell people, we live, right? Like, so tomorrow, you guys, Miss Crystal has promised that she will give us at least 10 minutes of a nice little meditation, maybe a flow. If you all have not already went to Instagram, I know you all have already joined us online. Thank you guys for tuning in and sticking with us, and toughing it out with our little sound issues. But go ahead and get on Instagram and find her at Butta Dream 14, Butta Dream 14. I love 14. I love 14. So my birthday is June 14th. So every time I hear 14, I'm like, happy birthday.
Really, 14? That's my number. That was really my number when I played basketball in school.
Was 14?
That's my number.
Well, follow the 14. Yes, ma'am. I am following. I'm following. So, and also go to butterdreamyoga.com. Go ahead and sign up for your private. This chick is the bomb. So for me, and this is, I'm an opinionated woman. Everybody got an opinion, like everybody got a mouth. It's other words that you could say. But I will say that her aura and energy, if you're one of those people that loves auras and energy, it's nice and calm and peaceful, and it's something that you will want to be around. If you're a person that ain't into aura and energy and you just like digging cool people, she's a cool person. So go ahead and get her up on Instagram. She's also on Facebook. I don't know what her Facebook stipulations are, so I'm not gonna say go find her on Facebook. I personally ain't letting everybody and anybody on my Facebook page. My Instagram is open.
You can go to Butter Dream. You can go to my business page, and I update you with everything Butter Dream.
Butter Dream. Hello.
If you forget,
Butter Dream on Facebook. Here's why I say, I don't give out all the information. I leave that up to you. So you guys, this is Miss Crystal. She's from butterdreamyoga.com. Again, she has beautiful candles, beautiful artwork. She's already began doing some of the flowers and putting them in frames. I am looking forward to the resins as well as to the wind chimes. I love wind chimes, so I'm looking forward to that. As soon as you do, tag me so I can repost and say order, and make sure you send me two.
Sure thing, of course.
Somebody else to order. I'm bad, but I'm good for it. Hey Chevy, how you doing? How you doing, King? We are almost done for the night. So for those that have tuned in late, I'm sorry that you are just tuning in, but be sure to catch us. This is being recorded on YouTube as well as not Instagram, but on Facebook. I will leave it up on Instagram for the next 3 days. So if you all don't get it within the next 3 days, you have to go to the Facebook and you have to go to the YouTube, okay? So on YouTube, I'm on YouTube on Queen Conversations as well as Zallet Fitness. And find me on Facebook under the same names, Queen Conversations and Zallet Fitness. I'm not going to keep you too late tonight. I want you to have a great rest of your evening. You guys, we will be back here at 5 p.m. for our day 2 of Femme Fit event. I love these events. So just to let you know, this is something that I do every month. So if this is something that you would want to consider doing the pop-up, we can do the pop-up alongside of the Femme Fit event and allow for young ladies and men that have classes, whether it be yoga, movement, strength training, or something. We can also have a platform for that. So
yeah, we just need
we put the vision out there. Let's see. I'm gonna stay on Crystal because I'm gonna make something happen. So Crystal, you gonna be with me?
Yeah, I'm down.
Y'all hear her?
It's on camera, recorded.
It's on camera, recorded. So we can come back to that. I want to thank you for joining me, Miss Crystal.
Thank you.
Again, I'm honored. I'm humbled. Thank you guys for joining me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Y'all are awesome. Come back for day 2. All right. Thank you, Miss Crystal. I will say namaste. I honor you. Okay. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.